Welcome. Look, if you're tuning into this explainer, you probably already know the totally exhausting, everyday reality of raising a strong-willed kid. You wake up and suddenly, bam, you're negotiating a complex hostage situation just to get socks on. Or you're managing a level 5 meltdown because the morning juice ended up in the blue cup instead of the green one. We've all been there. Today, we're zeroing in on exactly how to deal with stubborn children. I'm literally so thrilled to share these 10 practical, evidence-informed tips. We're going to take all that daily frustration and turn it into genuine, lasting empowerment. Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to start with the daily parenting battle, then talk about putting out the fire in the heat of the moment, move on to the art of negotiation, building a strong foundation, and finally, we'll wrap up with the unexpected superpower. So, part 1, the daily parenting battle. You absolutely know the feeling of complete and utter defeat, right? Picture this classic standoff. Your kid absolutely refuses to wear a jacket and it is freezing cold outside. You're running late, your patience is wearing incredibly thin, and the ultimate battle of wills begins. Sound familiar? Yep, I thought so. This is the exact type of daily struggle we're going to learn how to completely dismantle today. That brings us to part 2, putting out the fire. Listen, before we can actually teach our kids anything, we have to know how to handle the immediate heat of the moment. Now, our knee-jerk parental reaction is usually a pretty stern, do it now because I said so, right? We've all done it. But here's the thing. A stubborn child just digs their heels in even more when they sense anger. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Instead, try taking a deep breath and saying something like, I can see you don't want to do this right now. Let's talk about it. Staying calm actually regulates your child's emotions rather than escalating the whole thing with your own frustration. Which leads us straight into the concept of validation. Now, validation is simply recognizing a child's emotions. Notice I said recognizing, which absolutely does not mean you have to agree with them. But here's the real magic. When a child actually feels understood, their biological need to argue, it goes down dramatically. You aren't giving in, you're just acknowledging their reality. Actually, there are a few magic phrases you really should just commit to memory for these exact moments. Try saying, I know you're disappointed, or it looks like you're frustrated, or even, I understand why you feel that way. Literally just saying these exact words out loud during a meltdown is incredibly powerful. It instantly shifts you from being the enemy to being their ally. It's a total game changer. So let's bounce back to that jacket scenario for a second. Instead of forcing the issue and getting locked into this massive, exhausting power struggle, try just stepping out of the tug-of-war entirely. Simply explain the weather, grab the jacket, bring it with you, and, assuming it's safe, of course, let natural consequences do the heavy lifting. They step outside, they get a little chilly, they ask for the jacket, and boom, the lesson is learned without a single shout. All right, moving right along to part 3, the art of negotiation. This is where we get really tactical by offering what we call limited choices. Instead of commanding them to get dressed, try asking, hey, do you want the blue shirt or the green one today? Or are we brushing our teeth before or after pajamas? The child gets to make the call, which gives them that much-needed sense of independence. But here is the absolute best part. You get exactly the outcome you wanted anyway. It completely bypasses their resistance because, in their mind, they're the ones running the show. Another fantastic tool for your toolkit is ditching the whole blind obedience thing. Forcing compliance with, because I said so, almost always backfires with a strong-willed kid. I mean, they hate it. But explaining why, that changes everything. Saying, we hold hands in the parking lot because cars can be really hard to see, completely shifts the dynamic. Explaining the real, logical reason behind a rule builds deep trust. When they actually understand the why, they are significantly more likely to cooperate with you. Oh, and we absolutely have to talk about transitions, right? Kids will almost always dig their heels in when you ask them to immediately stop doing something they love. I mean, wouldn't you? So you've got to give them a runway. Try 5 more minutes, then it's dinner. Or, okay, after this episode, it's time to turn off the TV. Giving them that little bit of time and a clear warning to mentally prepare themselves makes these transitions infinitely smoother. Next up, part 4. Building a strong foundation. Okay, so now we're shifting gears from those heat-of-the-moment tactics to the long game. And the long game requires clear, consistent boundaries. For example, bedtime is 8:30 p.m. every night. Toys are put away before screen time. Homework always comes before video games. Children actually crave predictable roles. Think about it. If you're constantly moving the goalposts and changing the limits, you're practically sending a formal invitation for a strong-willed child to test them. Firm consistency, that is your best friend here. Next up is praising cooperation, and the absolute secret sauce here is specificity. Instead of tossing out a generic, good job, try something like, thank you for listening the first time, or I really appreciate how you cleaned up your toys. Positive attention actively encourages positive behavior, for sure, but making your praise highly specific tells them exactly what they did right, which makes them so much more likely to do it again.
And you know, the absolute bedrock of this entire parenting foundation is connection. This means speaking respectfully and staying calm to model the behavior you want to see. Because let's face it, kids learn from what we do, not just what we say. It also means reading together, playing for 15 to 20 minutes without looking at your phone, listening, laughing, and giving lots of hugs. Spending this kind of dedicated, distraction-free time every single day creates a rock-solid emotional connection. And at the end of the day, a connected child is a cooperative child.
Finally, we arrive at part 5, the unexpected superpower. Get ready, because we're about to completely flip the script on how you view your child. What if stubbornness isn't actually a bad thing? I really want you to just pause and think about that for a second. We spend so much daily energy fighting this trait, but what if we just reframed the exact thing that's been causing you so much exhaustion? Because here's the honest truth. When guided with patience and consistency, that strong will doesn't just evaporate. It develops into incredibly valuable adult life skills. Things like determination, confidence, resilience, independent thinking. Your stubborn toddler isn't just trying to drive you crazy. They're actually practicing to be a highly effective, totally unstoppable adult. It is literally a superpower in the making. The ultimate goal isn't to somehow break a child's strong will. Not at all. It's to help them learn how to express it respectfully and make really good choices. By leaning into calm communication, setting those consistent boundaries, and building a deep emotional connection, you can literally turn those exhausting daily struggles into amazing opportunities for growth. So the next time that jacket gets chucked on the floor, ask yourself, how will you use these tools to shape the unstoppable leader standing right in front of you? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today, and I will catch you in the next one.